Asos Harsin, I'm 29 years of age. Originally I'm from Kurdistan, the north of Iraq.
Yes.
Asos Harsin, I'm 29 years of age. Originally I'm from Kurdistan, the north of Iraq.
Yes.
Today he has a really busy schedule. He's traveling all the time. If you follow him on Facebook, there's constantly places he is. I know he's just been spending the weekend with Donald Trump and Jerry Leno and many amazing people. But now he found our little place here in Denmark, and we're so grateful. So please help me and we show our appreciation that Asos came here to Denmark to lead us and show him or tell us his story. So please, Asos, come up here.
Hello Denmark! Who's the most excited representative today? Okay, we're going to do that later again. It's a huge honor for me to be here. And I want to give my respect to all the leadership of Denmark, of course, Circle of Champions members, Susanna Finn Damsbo, all the regional vice presidents, regional directors, team coordinators making this happen. And I want to thank also our translators, because we have in our group also a group of people who need translation by sign. And I know how hard they gotta work to make it happen for all of us. So please do it like this, please. Okay, it's cool. So I will tell my story very briefly. My name is Asos Harsin. I'm 29 years of age. Originally I'm from Kurdistan, the north of Iraq.
Yes.
I went there as a refugee in the Netherlands. I had no business background. When I saw Asos the first time, I already was very, very successful. I had a very good job. I had very good benefits. I was a dishwasher at a Chinese restaurant. I eat noodles every day, 7 days a week. So when I saw ACN, I didn't understand it, but I understand one thing: there was something to understand. You understand what I mean? So there was something. I saw the presentation. I was like, wow, this is incredible. This must be something special. So when I saw the business, what really, really motivated me the first time was not the concept of making a lot of money, because I was never money motivated, but I was very motivated by the fact that I could change my life, take control, do something different, because I was seeing a lot of people who were doing the traditional path, getting a degree, working for a boss, starting a family. In the beginning they were very motivated when this all started. After a while they got demotivated. Who knows these kind of people? And I believe we're not put on earth to always just wait and anticipate until it's Friday. You see these people who are like very motivated on Friday. Who knows these people? Like, oh yes, I'm so happy it's Friday. But when you're an ACN and you achieve a pinnacle, you become successful, you make a big business, you work very hard. After a few years, you'll have like 6 Fridays a week and 1 Monday. And why a Monday? Because ACN pays us the bonuses on Monday. So what you need to understand is that when I started a business, just like some of the pioneers in this market, there was no points. Okay? So if you start today, you get points per service. True or not?
True.
When I started this business, there were no points. One customer was one customer. When I started this business, there was no business assistance. So if you want to see your downline, you called ACN and they sent you a post package. Or sent you a fax with all of your downline reports. And it was like an encrypted code. Like, what does it mean? That's called field support. So imagine what ACN has become in the last 13 years in the European continent. It's a phenomenal journey, and I truly believe the best is yet to come. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here, because ACN has put so many interesting things for us ready for us to take advantage of. The only thing that we need to do is work very hard, because in this business there are different kinds of people. One of the things that you need to understand is there is no arrival point in this business. So if you're new today or you're older in the business, I want to make some things clear. There is no arrival point in this business, like a day that you arrive and you never need to work again. This is something that's unrealistic, because the people who stop working very young also die very fast. Is that true, yes or no? Yes. And if you stop growing as a person, you start dying as a person. If a tree doesn't grow anymore, the tree is dying, yes or no? Yes. So you cannot start this business with the thought, yeah, I'm going to start this, I'm going to find a few people, they're going to find a few people, and I'm going to be rich, and I can enjoy my residual check for the rest of my life. This is not the way we build this business. You can create a professional networking lifestyle, and this lifestyle is crazy. And just think about this, imagining waking up when you want to wake up, working with the people that you want to work with, working at the countries that you want to be with, making the amount of money that you think you deserve, and you help other people to achieve the same. Is it a nice lifestyle, yes or no? Yeah. That's a professional networker. And to become a professional, you must learn first. Because when we go to school, when we're in the first year of school, we don't expect to be at the 5th year of school. Who knows what I mean? So when we start with school, we give ourselves 4 or 5 years to finish our school. But some reason, people start with ACN and they want to go to 5th grade in the first year. Who knows what I mean? So they have amateuristic skills, but they want to be paid professionally. But this is not the way ACN works. You want to get paid very well, you need to learn first. And after you learn, you're going to get paid very well. But it's all depending on how much hours you want to put in the business. Because who agrees that at this moment there's a crisis going on in Europe? Who agrees? Yes or no? And I think the Danish and the Scandinavian countries are a little bit more powerful and more conservative about how they spend their money. So the Dutch and the Scandinavian countries, we are a little bit smarter how we behave with our money than the French, the Spanish, the Italians, and the Portuguese. Yes or no? Yes. I don't want to offend anybody, but it's the truth. So, but what we need to understand is that I remember that the Netherlands and the Danish and the Swedish, that our economies and our civilization that we had, our society was, compared to what we have now, it has really transformed, true or not? Because when I came to the Netherlands, there was like a 7-day bus card for students. So imagine, I went to the Netherlands, I started studying, I get a 7-day bus card. So you can travel 7 days a week for free because you're a student. So after I stopped studying, they changed it. You had to choose between 2 days in the weekend or 5 days during the week. Now, they're talking about eliminating that whole free transportation for students. How do you think a new student feels right now? Very bad, because they need to have 3,000–4,000 euro alone every year just to be able to transport themselves. And is this something happening also in our country here in Denmark? In some form? Absolutely. So we need to take responsibility. Who agrees that whatever you're going to do today, everybody you know is going to use an essential service and is going to pay for that service month after month, year after year? Who agrees to that statement? So sometimes you don't need to be smart, because you can choose between two things. Being smart or being at the right time at the right place. Who would rather be smart or who would rather be at the right time? Who would rather be at the right time at the right place? Because that's business. Now, this is what you need to understand. This is the right time, this is the right place. But not only that, there's an organization of people who has already proven the success. So, when I started building the business in the Netherlands, as I told you, there were only one service, long distance. So when I make the customer, this is what I had to do. I make the customer, then I had to go back to the customer and to manually program the customer to ACN. Okay? So after I did this, I had to put a sticker on the phone. And this sticker on the phone was a code, like 1655. So every time a consumer would use the phone, they had to put 1655, then the number they want to call to make an ACN call. Or else it was like the old monopolist telephone. You know what I mean? Not only that, the old monopolist, what's the name of the monopolist here? TDC. So imagine you make a customer of TDC, they become an ACN client, but TDC have a system that they see which customers leave to which company. So I make a customer from TDC to ACM, yeah? And this is what happens. TDC has a department, it's called Winback. And so in the first week I make a customer, they call the customer. Like, hello, we saw you go to ACM. Yes, sure. Well, we want you to come back to TDC. We pay for everything, and you're going to pay less than with ACM. Please come back. So imagine building a business at that time. And a lot of people would ask me, Asos, how come that you was such a fast success in ACM? Because I was very hungry. Some people think hungry. Yeah, I was really hungry. Like yesterday, I had some dinner with Victor, and he was like, Asos, you eat a lot, Asos. I said, yeah, I was hungry for 10 years of my life. Now I'm an RVP, now I can eat what I want to eat. So let me eat. So we eat. But that's not important. This is what you need to understand. My success in this business was very, very fast. I became my executive team trainer in my first 2 years. An executive team leader in 5 years. A team coordinator after 7 years. A regional director in 8.5 years. And in 9 years I became a regional vice president. So now, 10 years in the business. This is my anniversary, by the way. So this is an anniversary party. And I'm sure in 4, 5, maximum 6 months, I'll be a senior vice president in my 10 years in business. So what I want to ask you is this. If you got pen and paper, put it down. Write down your age, add 10 years, and ask yourself this question. If you could work the next 10 years without getting any money, but you will be in the next 10 years, you create something that's really, bless you. Bless you. So now everybody going to sneeze. So imagine that you create something in the next 10 years that's so powerful that you never have to worry about financial struggle anymore. Not only you, but also your children. Would it be worth it to work the next 10 years? Yeah. Absolutely. Because if I would know it's going to cost me 10 years to achieve what I have right now, I would do it all over again. But then I would do it faster. Because in this business, it's not about how you start. This is something you really need to understand. You need to give yourself the time to develop to the person that is deserving to earn what you want to earn. Because who agrees that you are right now exactly where you need to be? Who understands what I'm trying to say? You are where you are right now based upon the decision that you're making, true or not? And all the decisions that you have made have brought you in that chair that you're sitting in right now. And you're at an event today and people are training you on how to become better AC representatives so you can raise the quality of your life. And that's one of the reasons why we go to Budapest. Because we go to Budapest to adjust our thinking, like we get some new information. Like everybody got a computer, like a Microsoft, like an Apple computer, and they get updates constantly, yes or no? Yes. You open the computer, the first thing you see, boom, yeah, we got some new updates. Update your computer. But how many times do we get updated as a person? Most people, after study, they start working, and after their work, they don't develop themselves anymore. And that's a waste. Because we as a human being should always be developing ourselves. One of the things that I've done in the last 10 years, I've read hundreds of books. And I'm going to give you a piece of advice. It doesn't mean it's right to do. It's just a piece of advice from me to you. By the way, very, very important. All the people that are recording the information today. The information you're recording today is for you. Not for the people who are not here. Because do you have people in your business who should be here today, yes or no? Yes. And if you let them hear what they should actually hear by coming here, you're going to make it a good reason for them to come not the next time. So you're going to tell them, it was awesome, you should have been there. What did they talk about? You should have been there. You understand what I mean? Okay, so you create value. So if you record it, it's for you. Second thing, if I give an idea, or I make a comment, or I have a suggestion, what should you do? Should you start implementing it, or should you first check it with your upline TC, RD, RVP, SVP? First check it. Why? What's more important? Everybody doing their own little thing, or everybody doing the same thing? The first or the second?
Second.
Second, because you lose together or you win together. This business is not a me business, this business is a we business. Yeah, but it depends on your ability to cooperate with your team, with the people that are supporting you locally, nationally. That's going to determine how big your success will be. But one of the suggestions that I have personally for me to you, is this. Every day read 10 pages of a book. 10 pages. And let's be honest, everybody can read 10 pages, yes or no? Ask your support team which books to read. Just 10 pages, because if you read 10 pages a day, it's going to be 3,650 pages a year. That's an equivalent of almost 13, 14 books. If you do that for 10 years, you'll be reading 130 books in the next 10 years. Who agrees to me, if you read 130 books in the next 10 years, something's going to change between your ears, yes or no? Yes. But the things that are easy to do are also easy not to do, true or not? That's why you need to do it. You just need to do it. There's no other way. First discipline. Second discipline you should engage in is you should start watching the videos that Asian has on the website. I will tell you why. Every joke that I make, every comment that I make, I've stolen from somebody else. Even this, what I'm saying right now, is something I stole from somebody else. But let's be honest, there is no unique, original thought, is there? There isn't. Because we are programmed human beings and we are doing what we have been programmed to do. And most of us get programmed between the age of 3 and 12. And after, we start working and doing just on natural instinct. But we are programmed. So when people start with this business in the beginning, they need to deprogram. Why? What did my parents teach me? Get a good job. Great benefits. You have a great lifestyle. And you have a nice pension. That was true in the 20th century. Is it true in the 21st century? No. It's a totally different economy. And if you look at this new economy, there are a few things that we need to look at and be very, very sure of. Because you are at the right time, at the right place, and I will prove it to you. The first thing is, is there? Everything okay? Falls away. Okay. Thank you very much. So, the first thing I want to ask you guys is this. Are people buying more online these days than 5 years ago? Yeah. You think this will grow or this will go down? Grow. Okay. Second thing is, have you noticed that there's a very, very hard competition for telecommunications and energy customers? Who've seen this? You think this is going to stop? No. It's really crazy because who knows the feeling of losing your phone? 1945. What happened in the world? The Second World War was over, yes or no? Yeah. Okay, so what happened is people started making babies. Yes, that's true. This is called, people start laughing, so, okay. So in 1945, they called this the baby boom, yeah? Baby boom. So what happened, if you just analyze this baby boom, you will see where the next trend is going. Why? Because when the babies were babies, they needed pamper. True or not? Then they became very small children, they needed toys, yes or no? So which market exploded then? Toys. Yes, Mattel was the company that exploded at that moment. Barbies, bam! Toy cars, the Matchbox, bam! Companies became overnight billion-dollar companies. Why? The timing was right. Okay? What happened then? People wanted to have a car because they were 18. So what did you have? Car industry. Bam! Explosion. Yes or no? Then everybody needed a house. What happened? Real estate. Bam! So if you were in real estate at that moment, you would bought before the market went bam, you would make millions overnight. Yes? So then, the baby boom generation right now, which age do they have? 55, between 55 and 60, yes or no? Yeah. And what do they want to have? They want to live longer because they live longer. They want to live healthier, they want to look better, they want to feel better, yes or no? So is there a big market there, yes or no? Very big market. It's called the wellness industry. You understand what I mean? Wellness, because people want to feel well. So Asian is going to tap into different kinds of opportunities, and Asian has so many things for us. I found it very hard to keep a secret, because I cannot keep secrets, you understand what I mean? I'm the worst person in the world to tell a secret. So if you have a secret, never tell me. So, let's go back to the structure again of the economy. We got this explosion of telecommunications and energy. We got this explosion going on in the web shop business. We got a global crisis going on. Young people are finishing their university but can't find a job. People who are 50 years of age and older get fired because they're too expensive for the company. So Based upon all the information, if you add all of these variables together, this is one thing we can conclude. This is just the beginning before a perfect storm is going to happen in ACN, yes or no? Yeah. Because everything comes together. And for us in Denmark and the Netherlands, we are at the right time at the right place. In Denmark, there's not only Danish people, true or not? If I look in this room, 50% is Danish, 50% is from somewhere else. That's very good for our business. Same thing in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is 50% Dutch, 50% is outside the Netherlands. What does it mean? It means I can find a person who finds a person who finds a person who finds a person who is Brazilian. AC goes to Brazil, he goes to Brazil. I've never been to Brazil, but I'm making money over Brazilian customers. That's nice. Do you know how you call it? When you make money over a customer that you've never seen, and that customer has been made by somebody you've never met? A dream. Let's be honest. That's leverage in its best form. But now the question is, how are you going to take advantage of it? I truly believe none of us here has ever been so close to achieving our goals and dreams than this day. But the question is, are you going to take a stand, or are you going to work very hard to achieve it? Because if you have all this information inside of you, but you're not bringing it out to the marketplace, nothing's going to happen. You realize that. You really need to make it happen. So you got to go further than you actually want to go. Because it got to feel uncomfortable. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. You really need to feel uncomfortable doing something. Like, honestly, today on this stage, before I get up, some people think, yeah, it's normal, but I really feel very uncomfortable. Why? Because I see all these people I've never met, all these eyes are looking at me, I'm thinking about the things I gotta say, I hope I say it the right way, I hope I'm not making a mistake. It really feels uncomfortable, but by doing this, what do? I look my fear in the eye, yes or no? And because I look my fear in the eye, what happens? I start to grow. And who realizes that if you start growing, financial compensation is just the logical consequence of the fact that you're growing? Who realizes that? So what you need to start doing, if you ask me, is start growing, start developing, start doing things that you're afraid of. Because if you start doing things that you're afraid of, you're growing, and if you're growing, you're going to earn more. Because we get paid exact direction in proportion to how valuable we are to the marketplace. So if you want to earn more, you must become much more valuable. So this being said, I want to ask you for a favor. We're going to go to the Budapest event. Can I see the hands of all the people who go to the Budapest event? Higher, hands higher, hands higher, hands higher, hands higher. Big round of applause for these people, all these champions. Who went to Cologne for the first time? Who was the Cologne event the first event? The first event. Who went to Cologne for the first time ever to an international convention? Mister, can you come here, please? Yes, you. And you too? And where are you? You too for the first time? Come. Yes, please. Big round of applause for the people, please. Nice to meet you, Asos Harsin. Nice to meet you, Asos Harsin. Nice to meet you. How are you? Very good. Okay, so I would like to ask you if you can. Is this on? Yeah, it is on. Okay, what I want you to do is just tell who you are, what your occupation is, why you started ACN, and what you experienced in Budapest. In Danish, very short. Yes?
Okay, jeg hedder Carsten. Jeg så ACN i maj måned sidste år. Jeg har arbejdet lidt med network marketing tidligere, men så ACN kun for at lave kunder. Jeg fandt lige pludselig ud af, at det system, der er med ACN, det er jo lige nok det, jeg havde manglet tidligere. Grunden til, at jeg arbejder med ACN, jamen det er fordi, jeg ved, at network marketing, det er det, der giver friheden til folk, og fordi jeg synes, det der med at hjælpe nogen til succes, det synes jeg, det er der fremtiden. Så derfor arbejder jeg med ACN.
Mit navn er Pascal Evans, og første gang jeg blev introduceret for ham, det var af min mor. Og ved siden af ACN, der spiller professionel basket og studerer Og køn, det gjorde utroligt meget for mig. Det gjorde, at jeg havde en meget lille produktion i starten. Og så de første 2 uger efter, at jeg kom hjem, der fik jeg 29 samarbejdspartnere.
Ja, jeg tror, jeg slægter vores foredragsholder lidt på med hensyn til tempo og komme i gang. Jeg har været i gang siden april 2011, og jeg blev lige ET'er her i januar. Jeg glæder mig rigtig meget til. Hej alle sammen.
Hej.
Hej alle sammen.
Hej.
Tak. Mit navn er Sally, jeg er 20 år og er lige flyttet til København. Jeg så forretningen første gang i maj måned. Blev introduceret til det i Odense og valgte at komme i gang med det samme. Jeg ved ikke med jer, men rundt omkring kan jeg se rigtig mange studerende. SU var ikke nok for mig. Jeg havde 3 jobs ved siden af, blandt andet et sælgerjob og i butik, og det var simpelthen ikke nok. Jeg elsker at rejse, jeg vil gerne se verden, og jeg så ASN gav mig den her mulighed, og det er derfor, jeg greb chancen. Så det er derfor, jeg er med i ASN.
So, can I see the hands of all the people that have not registered yet? Not. Can I see the hands? Nobody raises their hand. Can I see the hands of the... Oh yeah. Can I see the hands of the people who are not registered for Budapest? Can I see the hands? Higher. Don't be so shy. Come on, higher. Maybe I'm going to pay for everything. Why don't you raise your hand?
Tak.